So, in the previous class, we were discussing about the order in which the operators are going to perform. That means, what will be the priority of the operators for which they will get the operated first, and then the next operators are going to work upon. Okay, and we have seen the example in which here was the case where or and and are used. Okay, and we found that and operator is having precedence. Accordingly, the things got changed, and then we applied or, and the results which we got in case of if and else statement was something like this. Okay, this was the result which we got in the previous class. Again, if we consider an example like I declare a variable x equal to 20, y equal to 30, and if I say x equal to 20 and y equal to 35, or y equal to 30. Okay, again I'm going to do some if and else problem. And here the point is I made the things simple in such a way that if I would say x equal to 20, okay, statement is correct, true, I said true. Okay, y equal to 35, the statement is false. Okay, followed by and operator. Okay, and operation. Then or y equal to 30, yes, it is correct, so it is followed by or operation. Okay, and we found that in this case and is having the precedence. Okay, so and is need this need to be solved first. True and false, this will be false. Okay, I put it here false, then or true. So false or true will be true. So here is the result. Since it is true, that means your if statement is correct. So its statement will be executed. Print hello. Okay, here is the output hello. All right. So in the previous class also we have discussed about this thing and or. In this class also I opened with this kind of example. So next time if you are having this kind of and or operations and we are talking about which one needs to be done first, now we get an idea. Next, examples of operator associated. So there are two kinds of associativity, that is left and right. Okay, so first one, if you do consider that you have been given an example like this: 100 divided by 10 multiplied by 10. Okay, so how we would say that this will be solved? Which operator I'm going to take first? Either I'm going to take the division or either I'm going to take the multiplication. What should be the task we need to do first? Okay, if I do take 10 first divided by 100, the result will be 10, and then it will be multiplied by 10, the result will be 100. This will be the case. Okay, and if I would take multiplication first, then 10 into 10, that is 100. So 100 divided by 100, the result is 1. Okay, so which operator, division or multiplication, will be given the preference? Okay, here I found that the result is 100. That means first division has been done and then multiplication has been done. So the approach which has been followed here is from left to right. Okay, I'm moving from left, and then whatever the operators which are coming here, I'm solving them, and then uh, till the end, whatever will happen, the result has been calculated. Okay, so this is left to right associativity. Okay, again if I would say, here's the problem statement: 5 minus 2 plus 3, what will be the result? So 5 minus 2, 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, this is also left to right associativity. In case, you very well know, if I do make a bracket, if I'm having a bracket in the expression, okay, then what will be done? 5 minus, this is 2 plus 3, obviously it's 5, so 5 minus 5 is 0. So here I got the result as 0. Okay, now the case, if I would say right to left associativity, what will happen? Right to left associativity. So here is the expression given to you: 2 to the power 3 to the power 2, whatever, I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the power symbol between the three numerics. Okay, if I would say right to left associativity, then right means from here I need to move. It will be like 2 to the power 3. The result is 8. Then what will happen? 8 to the power 2. Then it will be 64. But the result what I am getting is 512. That means there is something wrong. There is something wrong. Okay, so let me run this code and check. Yeah, it's getting 512. So what happened? What happened? From where we need to go for? In this case, asterisk sign is of a power symbol. Okay, and we are saying that, sir, this could be a right to left associative. Okay, so how I'm going to get the result 512? What could be the possibility here? Because if I would say from any side from I will move, then what will happen? If I say from 3 to the power 2, that is 9, then 2 to the power 9, 2 to the power 9, how much it is? It is 512. This is how I'm going to get the results. So right to left associativity, that means 3 to the power 2, that is 9, and then 2 to the power 9, this is 512. Okay, now if I would say, for example, you are getting this kind of problem statement: print 2 this, and then 3, then multiplication by 2, and then I would say asterisk asterisk 2. Okay, can you please let me know what could be the result here? Anyone can help me? What could be the result here? 2 divided by 3 multiply 2 power 2. What could be the result here? Which has been given the preference? If I would say, sir, this power is having the preference, okay, so I need to follow like this: 2 to the power 2, that is 4. Okay, so this could be like written like this: 2 divided by 3 and divided by 3 and multiplied by 4, because power is having the preference. Then what will happen? You've seen this example above. You've seen this example. Or let me do like this: 6. Let me do like this. This will be 6. Now, what do you think? What could be the answer? What could be the answer? Is it 8 or is it point 0.5? Point 0.5 or what I say, 12? Yeah. What it should be the answer? I get something in the comment section. Point 0.5. Okay. The Ramya said the answer is, sir, point 0.5. Others, do you
Yes,
feel the same?
point.
The answer
Yes,
is
sir.
point 0.5. Okay, let me run this code, and the result is 8. Okay, we have already checked this example above. See here, we have checked already how the preference goes in case of division and the multiplication. What was the preference? First, we did the division: 100 divided by 10. We got the result as 10, and then we multiplied 10 by 10. Then the result was 100. Here, you please check it. The result was 100. Similarly, here also, what happened? The preference will be given to the power. First, we have seen right to left associativity. If this was the case, powers, because power is having high preference than your multiplication and the division. So that's why here I gave the preference to the power. So 2 to the power 2, that is 4. Now I converted this into 4. Then then this expression is similar to this expression. And here we found that first the division occurs. So 6 divided by 3, it is 2, and 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. We got the result as 8. Okay, so remember which operator is having the higher precedence. Okay, what to be solved? See, if you don't stress on your brain, see, Python is going to give the result automatically. You're not the person who's going to calculate, sir, what has been returned and what result. For your understanding, what is the logic behind which operator has been taken first into consideration, I have made you to think over it. But Python, if you write this kind of statements, automatically it will give you the result. But what happened inside, beside what happened, what logic, that's why I explained this concept. Okay, anyways, um, if I do take the floor division, in the previous class also I did talk about the floor thing. And if I would say 5 and 5, floor division 2, and you told, sir, we need to take the integer value, sir. Okay, so here the positive integer will be taken, and floor, that is the minimum value. Okay, so 5 floor 2, that will be 2.5 in case of simple division, and the 2 will be the integer value. So the output, you can see that the result is 2. Minus 5 floor 2, it is minus 2.5, and the minimum value of minus 2.5 is minus 3. I already told you, floor is the minimum, seal is the maximum. Okay, so if I would say the seal for minus 5 5 by 2 is minus 2, and the floor is minus 3. Okay, so here you can see the results. All right. Now next, simple division is as usual. You very well know about it. If I divide 5 by 2, I'm going to get 2.5. If I'm going to divide minus 5 by 2, I'm going to get minus 2.5. Here there is no concept of floor in the seal. Simple division. Okay. Now next, list. I know that you are having an idea about the list. Okay. We will understand this concept ahead. But prior, I want to know something from your side. What are list, and what operations the list do? Can anyone let me know list? What about list?
A
Yeah.
collection of heterogeneous elements.
Okay, collection of elements. Yes. Yes, you're right. Collection of elements.
Heterogeneous. It's not homogeneous.
Okay, not homogeneous in nature. There can be heterogeneous in nature. That can be like integer, float, string, anything can be here. Okay. And why we
Yes.
are preparing list? How you relate this thing to the real world? What could be the idea? How you are going to relate this thing with the real world? Because every concept which we do study in the programming, it's been related to the real world. What is the importance of list in the real world? Aren't we preparing any list? I'm preparing the list of students.
Duplicate values.
Yeah. Yes.
Duplicate values will also be allowed.
Okay,
So
duplicate, that's a property. That's a property. That means you are saying that duplicate values are also allowed. It will be like in a property thing. Apart from that, I'm just asking, in a real world, what is the importance of list? We do prepare a list, no? And the list of items. Teachers going to prepare the list of students who are participating in this training or not in the training. Okay, so list is having importance. That means I am having some sequence of elements, sequence of items, and I'm organizing them under one name, and the title will be data science and machine learning using Python 3 training. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, and just preparing a list of students who are going to participate or who are participating in this program. So here there is a list. Then attendance will be marked or whatsoever. Anything can be done. So you prepare the list of items when if going to for shopping. Okay, we do write, okay, these are the items which we need to purchase, and here is a list of items. Okay, and then calculation has been done, what is the total cost, everything. So a list in a real world is having much importance. Okay, same thing happens in Python also. All right, so I have created three list actually. That is list one, that is an empty list. A list is represented by square brackets. Okay, and if there is nothing in the list, then it's an empty. Okay, so list one, it's an empty. List two, again it's an empty. List three, I assigned a value to it by list one. So list three equal to list one. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so list 2, list 1 both are empty, and list 3 is equal to list 1. So what I believe right now is list 3 is also empty. Okay, now case number 1. If list 1 equal to list 2, print true. What do you think? What output I'm going to get? Both the lists are empty. Are they comparable? Are they comparable? Okay, true. Rashmita said, sir, the result will be true. Okay, both are comparable. Yes, the result is true. All right, let me proceed ahead. Case number 2. List 1 is list 2. What do you think? List 1 is list 2. Is it true or false? We have seen membership operators is, in, not in, all this stuff. Yes, list 1 is list 2. Is it or not? Is. What do you think? Okay, you
False, sir.
false. Are you saying
Yes,
false?
sir.
Why? What made you to say false? What made you to say false? Are they declared
Addresses are
separately?
different,
Okay,
sir.
addresses are different. Okay, addresses are different. Though they are empty, but the addresses are different. Okay. Case number 3. List 1 is list 3. What you are going to say about this thing? List 1 is list 3,
Yes,
because
sir.
that means I have assigned list 1 equal to list 3. Now you are going to say, sir, addresses are same, sir. So the condition is true. Okay. What is the case number 4? List 3 equal to list 3 plus list 2. If list 1 is list 3, print true, else print false. Now, what you are going to say about this thing? I updated list 3. I updated list 3, and now the list 3 is list 3 plus list 2. So, list 3 initially was list 1, which was empty. List 2 was also empty. So, empty plus empty is now empty. And then I am saying, if list 1 is list 3, now also do you believe that list 3 is same as list 1, which it was initially? Or now the address has been changed? What do you think? What is the idea?
Addresses will be changed.
Address changed. You can put a comment. If there is an echo, you can put a comment. Are now addresses same? So if same, the result will be true. If not, the result will be false. What should be the logic behind it? What answer should I mark here? Okay. So here I execute the code and let us check the results. You just tell it. The first one, if I'm comparing list 1 with the list 2, both are empty. Yes, compare, true. Fine. In the next case, I'm saying list 1 is list 2. List 1 is list 2. Okay. So the point is the result was false because the answer came, sir, both are declared separately. Both are having a different addresses. That's why they can't be same. So the result is false. This was case number 2. Case number 3, I said list 1 is list 3. See, we did assign list 1 to list 3. Okay. And The answer came, sir, now both, since list 3 is equal to list 1, so we did the same na, in the previous examples, a equal to c or a equal to b, and if we assign some value to it, the result which we got are same, they are representing to the same memory location, so this needs to be same, so the result should be true. Okay, I got it true. And the last case, I updated list 3, there's an updation in the list 3, so now there is a change. So list 3 is something different. It doesn't matter that I'm adding empty to empty, the result is empty, still it is empty, so it will be no. List 3 is updated, it's now possessing some empty value, something different which we have seen previously with respect to the list 1, and I'm saying now list 1 is list 3. No, not at all. This condition is invalid now because there is an updation in the list 3 because of this operation. Okay, so the result is false. So this is quite a logical question. Okay, so I uh, explained you here. Now let us proceed ahead. And yes, Python has membership operators, and the membership operators, that is in operator, we have already seen these two, in and not in the previous class also, and we did use them in combination with the if, and we try to customize our results. And if you're not going to customize your result, if you just simply use in, it's going to give you the boolean results. Okay, so the concept of in operator has been already used. We have seen the examples related to it. Okay, now, but still it has a great importance, and we are going to use in combination with different other python python concepts also. Okay, so here let us consider one example. I am preparing a list 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. List 1 is of 5 elements. List 2 is 6, 7, 8, and 9, 4 elements. I am applying for loop. Okay, for loop for item in list 1. Okay, see, it doesn't matter that you are going to use item, you can use I also. For I in list 1, anything, j in list 1, anything, it's up to you, whatever the word or whatever the character you want to use here, you can use it. Okay, for item in list 1, okay, that means I'm going to trace, I'm going to iterate over the complete list, elements, items, one by one. Okay, so I'm going to check. Okay, this is the element 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, one by one. Okay, but still this is not enough. If item in list 2, that means there is some check. What check? For item in list 1, that means let us consider the first element 1. If item in list 2, 1 is present in list 2, is it? Is 1 present in list 2? No. So condition fails. If condition failed, print not overlapping. Okay, so I got not overlapping. Now, updated, value updated. It will be, now the for loop is going to use 2. 2 is present in the list 2? No, not overlapping. Okay, 3. Is it present in list 2? No, not overlapping. Any element present in the list 1 is not been matching with the list 2. Your complete result is not overlapping. Okay, if any case, for example, if I say comma 7, not 7, just make it as 5. Okay, and if I run this code, overlapping, one element got overlapped. Okay, that means mashed with the list 1. So I'm just going to have a use of for and if else with the list using in operator also. Okay, let's proceed ahead. I did talk about the range. So range was something that means if I'm going to print the range of values, that is for x in range 0 to 10, print x. This means I need to print from 0 to 9 and 10 is excluded. Okay, so the last element is excluded in the range. Okay, and this is how you are going to get the results from 0 to 9. and it has great importance. We are going to use the range ahead with the for loop in most of the cases. Okay, let's proceed ahead. Now, um, I just want to do this work with the range, what I did above. Just create a list 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, with four elements, I created a list. Then what I did, for x in range 0 to 9, that means I am available with the items 0 to 8, one by one. Okay, and then I performed some check. What check? If x in list new, that means the first item will be 0. If 0 is present in the list new, okay, what I need to say? Present. If the condition satisfied, okay, present. So 0 is present, yes. 1 is present, yes. 2 is present, 3 is present, till 3. Now remaining 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because 9 I am not going to consider. They are not present. So here is the result. Not present, not present, not present, not present. They are not present in the list. Okay, so just in a combination of list and range and in operators and with if and else. Okay, now I hope there is no issue with this was a simple code. And now if I want to reverse a string, let us consider another case, reversing. So if you are worked with the previous programming languages like C and C++, then for reversing a string you need to use some loops, and then they are going to work for you. Okay, but that's not the case with Python, because Python is already having a predefined method that is called as reversed. Okay, so if I am going to say x equal to, I declare a variable Python programming, and if I need to reverse it, so just the thing is reverse the string using reversed and join function. This is what I need to do. So here x equal to just space, okay, dot join reversed x, so it will reverse your string. So here is the result what you are getting from G to P, just simply using a reversed method. Okay, and we have printed the result. And for other programming languages, you need to write the for loop. You need to trace each and every character. Okay, and then you need to use the for loop in reverse for from reverse direction. That's what you need to do. Then that it's going to print you the reverse of a string. Okay, there is no predefined method here. There is a predefined method. Let's proceed ahead. So we were discussing about the list thing. Each and every the data structures, okay, that means how to organize the elements into the memory, what is the way to organize the elements in the list, not in the list, I'm going to say it's just like a form of an array. Okay, that means organizing the elements. So there are various ways to organize the elements in the Python, and one of the way is the list. Okay, we have already checked some of the examples related to the list, and here we will be going to study in depth ahead. So lists are used to store multiple elements, and as you said, sir, heterogeneous, not homogeneous. It's homogeneous is also possible. Heterogeneous is something which has also been possible in case of the list. Okay, under a single variable name, there is one name x equal to, or anything, any name you can give, and you can store the elements here. Okay, lists are one of the four built-in data types in Python. There are other built-in data types also, for example, tuple, set, and dictionary. Same thing happens also there, that is storing multiple elements in tuple also, set also, dictionary also, but they are having different properties. List is having different property. In this particular segment, we are going to study about the list, what property the list is having, and what are the methods, operations can be performed over the list. Okay, so um, list is to use to store the data. It's a collection of the data. Okay, it's a data type, built-in data types already available in the Python, and it has been created by the square brackets we have already seen. So for example, if I do prepare a list like this, 1 2 3 4 5, if I'm going to access the elements which are present at the index locations, because I did told you that it resembles with the arrays. In arrays also, there is a collection of elements, homogeneous collection of elements, contiguous memory allocation. This is how the elements are organized. Here also, if I do talk about the contiguous, that means there is an indexing. Okay, so here if I would say print x0, x0, that means at the 0th index position 1 is stored, 1 at the index position 2 is stored, and so on. If I'm going to print x4, it's 5. Now what will happen if I'm going to print x5? Print x5. What could be the result? What do you think? Is there any element stored at index position 5? Is there any element? We are having indexing from 0 to 4 because there are 5 elements. There is no element present at the index 5. And let me check what could be the result. Index error. That means index out of range. Okay, out of range. If there is nothing present, so there will be no indexing. It will be out of range. Remaining two are printed. Okay, now proceed ahead. Here are the properties of list. This is what we need to take care of. Lists are ordered. Items are ordered in nature. What do you mean by ordered? What do you think? Ordered. Anyone? Lists are ordered. Anyone? Ordered, changeable, allow duplicates. One said, sir, yeah, it allows the duplicates. Ordered. Slicing and indexing is possible. Okay. See, ordered means, as per the definition, it is going to store the elements in contiguous memory allocations. That means one by one, there is an indexing. Yes, you told correct. There is an index. Okay, if index is possible, then the things ordering has been there. Okay, so ordered is indexing. Changeable. That means we can update the value of list. If any of the element has been present at any particular index, I can update the value of the list and change it. Okay, and allow the duplicates also. In list we can have duplicate elements 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. This is how we can have the elements in the list. Okay, so elements, list elements are indexed, and the first element is been indexed at the 0. We very well know about that. Okay, so that is why it is called as an ordered. Changeable, I already told that elements can be replaced. Okay, and order also means, it means that items have been identified on some order, and that order will not change. For example, if I would say this element is present at 0th location, so now it has been specific that at this particular location the element has been stored. Okay, we can update the list by adding new elements to it. Okay, at the end of the list there could be updation. At the end of the list we can add the elements. Okay, now this is what makes the list changeable. So we can add the elements in the list, we can change the elements, we can remove the elements, whatever we want to do we can do in the list. So this is what a real world example. This is what we can also do in the real world. If you do prepare a list, if you want to add some more items to the list, yes, we can do. If you want to remove some items from the list, okay, yeah, we can struck off, we can cut off the name of that item and we can add the new items into the list. So everything which has been done in a real world with respect to the list can also be done in Python. Same thing. Okay. Now, slicing, as you very well know about that, it's been told. So that we'll consider ahead. How to prepare a list? This is an empty list. Okay, we are going to print it. Okay, this is a blank list. Empty list doesn't have any element. So just square brackets. If you are going to create a list, okay, 10, 20, 14, simple in a square brackets. These are the list of numbers. Just print it simply. Now if I'm going to print according, or if I'm going to access the elements from the list, just do it by simple calling them by their index positions. Okay, for example, if I'm having a list like python comma for comma all, okay, print list items. So list 0, that is python will be printed, list 1 for will be printed, list 2 all will be printed, python for all. Okay, according to the index positions. And here is your list. Okay, print list. So this will be your complete list. If I'm going to print the list, this will print you the complete list. Okay, next, We can, as you told, that duplicacy is also been possible here. So if I'm having a list like 1 2 4 4 3 3 3 3 6 5, these are duplicate elements which are present in the list. Okay, so this is how we can print the list. We can have a duplicacy. And as you told, sir, heterogeneous, not homogeneous. Heterogeneous is also been supported in case of list. So here is a heterogeneous example. That means 1 2 python for 6 all 12.45. That means I'm taking the numerics also. I am taking your integer numerics, float numerics, and a string also I'm going to take, and I'm printing the value of it. So here is the result. Everything can be considered. Okay, so here we can take the string values also, we can take numerical values also, we can take boolean values also, no worries. List can be prepared with all of them, and combination also. These combination has also been successful. If I'm going to check the type of this data, what is the type? It will let you know, class list. Type my list, that is a class list. Okay, so now, can I take list inside list? If I do prepare a list, x equal to, if I'm say, like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma, is it possible if I say that I'm going to prepare a list inside a list? Okay, and I'm going to print it. Print x. Is it possible or not? Or it will give me an error. What do you think? List inside a list.
Possible, sir.
Possible. Okay, let's see. Let me run this code, and here is what you got the result. And if I want to have an indexing, and if I'm going to print like this, print, okay, x0 will be 1, x1 will be 2, x2 will be 3, and x0 1 2, and this will be 3, so x3. Let me print this part. So here is a list. Okay, here is what I got. This is also a list thing. There is another way also apart from the square brackets to declare a list. What is that? Just use list method. Okay, so list in double rounded brackets, you whatever you say, parenthesis or whatsoever. Okay, so double rounded brackets, apple, banana, cherry, whatsoever be the elements are, items are. This is how you can create a list apart from the square brackets. Okay, so since list is a class, this is a member function, or I would say a constructor, whatever you can say, member function or constructor of that particular class list. So with the help of this, we can create list. But in a simple terms, by using square brackets, list has been prepared. This is also a way to create a list. Okay, here's the output. Anyways, so if I do talk about the differences between the properties of the data types, important data types, core data types in Python, that is tuple, set, dictionary, along with the list. So, what is the differences? See, list is collection, ordered and changeable. Duplicate is also allowed. So, list is giving you each and every kind of flexibility. You can have ordered, changeable, duplicacy, everything has been allowed. What happens in tuple? Tuple is also collection of elements. It is also ordered in nature, but it is unchangeable. You can't change once a tuple has been created. Okay, it allows duplicate members. There's a duplicacy. So once something assigned, it can't be changed. Okay, so for example, you guys are having, when there is a seat has been allocated to someone. Okay, then the reservation has been done, booking has been done, it can't be changed. Okay, that's what every concept here is been going to relate with the real world problems. Set is also a collection. It is unordered. There is no indexing in case of set. Okay, in case of list and the tuple there is indexing. In set there is no indexing. Okay, it is unordered. It is unchangeable. However, we can change elements, there is a way. Okay, but in basic property, as a basics, set is unchangeable, and it is unindexed. I already told, unordered means unindexed. That's it. No duplicate members are allowed in the set. There is no duplicacy. It will only consider the unique elements, no duplicates. In case of dictionary, again, it is a collection of elements. It is ordered because there is not indexing, but there is a key value pair. Okay, so with respect to the key, we are assigned a value. So it's a key value pair. Dictionary is changeable. Okay, there is no duplicacy in case of dictionary also. So these are the properties which we need to remember if we are going to study about the data types. Okay, so we will consider one by one. First, we are going to work with the list, then we will proceed ahead with the tuples. Okay, so uh, let us consider another example for the list. Here I prepared a list of the fruits, and I have printed the banana. Okay, that is the element which is present at the first index position. Okay, in the next case, if I say -1, you very well know, sir, negative indexing has been start from here. So -1 is cherry, -2 is banana, and -3 is apple. This is how negative indexing works. Okay, slicing, you also very well know. Okay, so 2:5, that means 2 is this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So 2, I'm going to start with cherry, 3 is orange, 4 is kiwi, and 5 is melon. However, the last one is excluded. Okay, so you are not going to consider the melon. So the results are cherry, orange, and kiwi. Okay, let's proceed ahead. If I'm going to take only :4, so that means, sir, you need to start from the initial index. That means I'm going to consider from apple, banana, cherry, 0, 1, 2, orange is 3, fourth one is kiwi excluded. These are the result. Okay, 2:, okay, 0, 1, and 2 cherry, from starting from cherry till end, because there is no upper limit, from cherry till complete last. Okay, if I'm taking -4, -1, you have an idea about it. Sir, -1 is this mango, -2 melon, -3 kiwi, -4 is orange. But what's going to happen? I'm going to start from -4. I'm going to exclude -1. So -4 is your which one? Orange, kiwi, melon, and -1 is excluded. -1 I have to exclude. So the result is what you are seeing: orange, kiwi, and the melon. Next one. If I say like this, -1, -4. If I want to slice like this, what will happen? This is -1, isn't it? And I need to go to -4. I need to go to -4. The result which I am getting is an empty list. Okay, because always the tracing has been done from left to right. Here you have taken -4 to -1. Okay, it went from orange, kiwi, melon. Here, if I would say -1 to -4, this is -1, and I can't move ahead of it. I can't move ahead of it. So it doesn't find where is -4, -1 colon -4. So the result I got was an empty list. This can't be sliced. Empty. You might have given the wrong index. If I would say -1 colon, now there is something. -1 colon. Okay, so then it printed me mango, the last element. But if I would say -1 -4, it doesn't give me any result. Okay, so -1 only colon, that means there is no limit. It gave me the result as mango. Okay, then -1 1. Okay, so you know about it, sir. -1 is this. Okay, and 1. Now where to go from this particular thing? Where to go from this particular thing? 1. Where is 1? Sir, 1 is here. But the kind of index which you are giving is not compatible. Again, there is no slicing. You get the result as empty list. But if it would have been like this, 1 minus 1, then you might have got the result. You definitely get the result. 1 minus 1 is banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, and minus 1 is this one, then I need to exclude it. This would be the result. Minus 5, 5. Obviously, you are going to get the result here. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, so minus 5. Let's get started with minus 5. Cherry. Okay, I need to go till 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so cherry, orange, kiwi. 5 is excluded. So the result is cherry, orange, kiwi. So you need to take care of both the indexes, plus also, minus also. Okay, now uh, let us use in. And I guess if we haven't done it prior, let us check in this the code example. Again, I prepared a list of fruits: apple, banana, cherry. And if I would say, if apple in fruits, okay, print the statement. And if this statement is true, obviously you are going to get the result. Yes, it has been true. Apple is present in the fruits. Apple is present in the list. So yes, apple is present in the fruits list. Okay, and you can put an else case also. Not present. Depends upon you. Okay, we have seen this kind of examples in a combination of if and in. Okay, also not in. Now, accessing, you very well know about it. Creating list, you very well know about it. If I need to just one thing, if I need to check the length of the list, how many elements are there present in the list? So length is a method. With the length method, I can find. So if I declared a list like this, 10, 20, 30, the length is 3, because there are 3 elements present in the list. Okay, very much important. We can use this length feature along with the range in case of for loops. Okay, now there are some concepts related to the string needs to be studied along with the list. So I have put here in the codes. Okay, so Python program, I'm going to create a Python program to take space separated input as a string. Okay, and we did the example related to it, how, and store it in the list and print the string list. So how we are going to do this? String equal to input, enter the elements. Okay, you very well know, if I'm just going to use input only, so it will going to take the input as string elements. Okay, if I would say, if I'm going to use int, float, complex, then there could be the respective inputs. But here, if you are going to use simply input, enter the elements, then it will going to take you the string elements. Okay, so string equal to input, enter the elements, space separated. Okay, space separated means how I'm going to take the elements. For example, let me copy this code. Okay, and put it here on the next cell. So this is how you need to give the input. Let me execute it. Enter the elements space separated. That means if I say thermal is 36, 5.6. Okay, and anything you can give next here. If I want to have 46.67, any value which has been space separated, just press enter. Okay, and it will prepare a list of all the items for it. Okay, so lst equal to string dot split, split by empty spaces. Okay, so you can ask from the user, give the values not separately. If I would say enter the value of x, enter the value of y, enter the value of z, no, 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 not at all required. Just ask the user, give the elements by spaces. Okay, automatically we can create a list of it. Okay, by string dot split. And you very well know, split by white spaces. Okay, and all the elements will be stored here in lst. Okay, and this is how we are going to print the list elements are. Okay, very very important concept. And it depends upon you how you want to perform the splitting. For example, if I'd say by comma separated. Enter the value by comma separated. If I run this code, if I say NIRML, comma, GAUD, comma, 5.5, because you asked from the user, kindly enter the elements by using comma separated. It depends upon you what operator you want to give. 5.5, and I would say 67.89. Okay, and if I press enter, its list will be created. This is how we can create a list by any kind of operation you can give from your side. Okay, and if I press and if I put colon here, okay, and if I run this code, then also it will let you know 12 colon 13 colon 14 colon 15 enter. 12 13 14 15, any operator of your choice you can put it here, and it will be splitted accordingly. Next, um, fine. Think we have done with this thing, splitting. Okay, now again coming to the list part. If I need to update the value as told in the property of list, if I need to have the updations, if I need to change the value in the list, so here I did created a list, that is your apple, banana, cherry, and at the first index position, I'm going to update the value like black currant. Okay, any other fruit I'm going to update. So now what happened? In place of banana, black currant will be introduced. Okay, so apple, black currant, and cherry. This is how simply you can update the value in the list. Okay, updating, changing the value. For example, here another case. Here is the list. I'm having true, that is a boolean value present here, and list one 4 equal to false. I'm going to update this value true to the false. Yes, I can do. It depends upon me how you can going to update the value in the list. Just change the value according to the index position. So what will happen here, there is an overlapping of the values, or overwriting, whatever you can say you can, because at this index position there will be overwriting of the value. Okay, so this is what happened. Fine, I got the false here instead of true. Okay, now there are some other options also. With slicing also we can update the values present in the list. How? For example, I'm having apple, banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, this mango, this is the list. Okay, and I need to update the values from 1 colon 3. 1 colon 3, that means from first index position till second index position 3 is excluded, so 1 and 2 index position values I need to update. What is at the 1th index position? The value present at the 1th index position is banana, and the second index position is cherry. I need to update banana with black currant and cherry with watermelon. Okay, so just use simple list slicing, and this will be updated accordingly. Okay, and the point here is I'm going to replace the two values, I'm going to perform the slicing of the two values, and I have given the two values in the list. Okay, index 1 and 2, I need to replace black currant and the watermelon. Two values are there for the replacements. Now, um, if I'm going to have what? A list is like this: apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, 0, 1, and 2. And if I want to replace this list by 1 2 black currant and the watermelon, now what happened? What issue raised? Sir, you are telling, sir, slicing is from 1 to 2, that means 2 is, sir, not included, only 1 is included. And if 1 is included, sir, I am going to use only black currant, sir. But you have given in the list for the replacement with watermelon also, sir. What will happen with this? Previously that was not the case, sir. Two elements were there and two values are there, sir. Slicing and two value. Here now there is a change, sir. One slicing is there and two values are there. How to replace? But it will do. In case of cherry, see what happened. Apple, at the position 1, banana was there, so black currant will replace banana. Okay, done. But it will not waste watermelon. It will keep watermelon also here. And then cherry will come at the last. See, this is how the list has been updated. Now an additional element has been stored. Watermelon came into the picture, but there was we haven't called for the slice as in slicing that watermelon needs to be included, but yes, it did. That means now sliced part is less, elements are more. What will happen in the next case? What will happen in the next case? If I'm having banana, cherry, orange, that means I'm already available with these elements, four elements in this list. If I would say this list one, two, that means black currant will replace banana. Black currant will replace banana. Watermelon again, that will be an extra. It will be present here, and cherry and orange will be shifted as they did shifted above. We can't waste what any extra value in the slicing. Okay, we can't waste it. It will hang over. Okay, so there will be shifting of cherry and orange, and black currant and watermelon will take place here, banana and afterwards. Okay, next case. If I'm going to have 1 colon 3, that means 1 index position 1 and 2 needs to be changed. Yeah, that's quite simple. Black currant will take the place of banana and watermelon will take the place of cherry. Previously, watermelon didn't took the value of cherry. It was an additional element stored in the list, and cherry and orange was shifted. Okay, but here is what has been possible here. So in case of list, it has been told, sir, elements can be added at the end of the list. Yes. However, with this kind of performance, you can add elements intermediate of the list also. And you did the same intermediate positions and shifted the other elements. Okay, let us proceed ahead with something else. Now, if I'm going to have black currant, watermelon, pineapple, and just going to do only 1 colon 2, that means at the first index position only I need to replace. That means banana should be the only element I need to replace. I did the replacement with the black currant, but watermelon and pineapple are extra elements that I need to adjust. Okay, that I need to adjust, and it has been adjusted. Watermelon, pal, and cherry and orange is shifted. So as many as elements are here present, they will all be adjusted. So they are behaving like a friends. Only one seat is there, but these are friends. No, no, I will not sit without my friend. Let them adjustment. Give them adjustment. Okay, so if you are sitting in a classroom and your class, for example, there's a less space, and first we pick those places where we can adjust with our friends, and then we can do study and gossips and whatever we want to do, we can do. So here the same thing is happening. Okay, if there is only one seat available, but forcefully we are making adjustment in the list. Okay, so here is an example. Now, what will happen if seats are more and the student are less? What will happen in that particular case? For example, let us consider this 1 colon 3, that means position 1 and position 2, I need to perform the replacement, but only one element is present for the replacement, watermelon. What will happen? See, watermelon will take place of banana. Okay, and cherry will be out. Cherry will be out. You can see what the result I got. Okay, there is nothing to replace at the position number 2. So the final updations in the list are apple and the watermelon. Watermelon will take place of banana, and cherry will not be considered next in the list. So if you are having more spaces available, less item needs to be used. Okay, so here is what you are going to get. And here also, if I would say 1 colon 5, 1 colon 5, anything. So at the first index position, watermelon will be there. The remaining nothing needs to be considered. Okay, so if the spaces are more, value is less, then that particular value will be replaced at the particular index position, and remaining all it's all over. Nothing. I did not have to consider them. That's it. Okay. So here are some results now. Uh, if I'm going, so these are certain slicing and replacements which we were doing. So let us see what are other operations can be performed over the list. See, x equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 elements are inserted into the list, and I'm saying x uh, 0 colon 20. Sir, 20? You are asking 20, sir? This much index positions are not present in the list, sir. Why you are trying to print x colon 20, sir? There are only 8 elements in the list. So I should have written x 0 colon 9. So it will print the 8 elements, but why, sir, you are printing colon 20? See, it will not consider the upper cutoff, however, it would be if it crosses the limit. Okay, so here I am available with the 8 elements. I If I do write like this, print print x 0 colon 9 and colon 20 or whatsoever, the result is all same. It will not gonna hurt anything. Okay, so upper cutoff, if it has been crosses the limit also, then it will still print the same what are the elements which are present in the index positions of the list. Okay, next. Now if I'm going to insert the elements, so there is a insert method which is present in the list. Insert. Okay, and in the insert will help you to put element, to insert element at your choice position. Whatever be the your choices, you can insert the element in the list. Okay, so for example, if I give a choice to second position, my list is apple, banana, cherry, and I'm going to insert watermelon at the second index position. So second index position is cherry. Okay, so I will shift the cherry back, and at the second position I will insert the watermelon. Insert a two watermelon. Okay, so watermelon will come here and cherry will be shifted. Now cherry will be at third index position. Okay, this is quite simple. At zeroth index position, yes, watermelon will come at the first position, because zero index will be apple. Apple will be shifted, and watermelon will come and take its place. Not with positive values. You can perform this operation with negative values also. If I would say insert -2 watermelon, what is -2? Sir, cherry is -1, banana is -2. So I need to replace, not replace, I need to put watermelon in -2 position. So watermelon will come and banana will be shifted. Banana will be now at it will be shifted. So watermelon will be put here at -2. But if I do consider again, watermelon will now be present at -3. Okay, M- I replace it. I replace it at the -2 position. Okay, and banana is shifted. Okay, but if I print the list again by -3, now watermelon is present at -3 position. And you told, sir, insert it at -2. Okay, but previously, in case of positives, in case of positive indexing, you inserted the watermelon at 2. If I do print this list to 2, this list to 2, it will print watermelon. But in case of negative indexing, there is a shift in the values. So now -3, this list -3 will be having watermelon, not the -2. -2 is now banana. And -2, see, banana was previously also -2. Right now also it is -2. Same, there is no change in the index of banana. And the new element inserted watermelon at -2, it's now -3. Fine. Append. See, append method is going to add the element at the last of the list. See, this is the difference. In insert, you are having an option. With append, at the last. Okay, so if I say like this list dot append orange, orange will come at the last. Okay, last position. If I want to append my name whatsoever, okay, I can append anything to the list. And it's so heterogeneous, no? So you can add anything. Okay, whether string value, whether float value, whatsoever, whether any boolean value. Okay, so insert is something at the index position, append is something at the last. What will do extend? What does an extend method is going to do? If I'm having two lists, L1 and L2, and if I say L1 extend L2, L1 extend L2, that means the elements of L2 will be appended in L1. Here is the case. Here is the case. That means L1 is your 1, 2, 3, L2 is 4, 5, 6, and now the updated result, that is L1 extend L2. So L1 will be updated now as 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Okay. And if I would say L2 extend L1, so now L1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I want to extend L2, so it will be like 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is what happens with the extend method. Okay. So now you can have any examples, like for example, I'm having apple, banana, cherry, this list. Okay, and tropical is mango, pineapple, papaya, and going to extend tropical. Okay, so this list apple, banana, cherry, and it will add mango, pineapple, papaya also in this list. This is how extend also works with any of the data, with any of the item. You very well know about it. Okay, so now I change the scene, that if you are having a list and if you are having a set and you need to perform the extension. See, this is a list 1, 2, 3. This is a list and this is a set 4, 5, 6. Why set? Because it has been written in the curly braces. Okay, so if I need to perform the extension with different data types also, it's been working. Okay, so I wrote L1 dot extend S1. It gave me the result, and the result is a new list, and I did perform the same with tuple combination also. Same thing. For example, this is a list with apple, banana, cherry, and I took a tuple. Tuple, that means no rounded brackets. So I did took a tuple and performed the extension. Extend this tuple, and it performed well. Yes. Now a new list is created by extending the list with a tuple. This is also possible. Not only with the list to list, with other data types also. Okay. Now, if I need to remove any element from the list, I can use remove method. Okay, so just remove, just put a name of the element which you want to remove it. So I'm taking apple, banana, cherry, and I use remove banana. So banana is removed. Now my updated list is apple and the cherry. Okay, remove. That means straightforward. You need to give the item name, and it will be removed. Next case is pop. Pop is also removing the element from the list, but here you need to give the index. If I would say pop 1, pop 1. See, basically pop is a concept of data structures in which you are going to perform the data structures. Okay, there you use these operations push and pop. Have you studied push and pop? Have you studied data structures? Do you have any idea about data structures, stacks?
No, sir.
Okay. See, this has been taught to the computer science students. Anyways, see, pop is something to take an element out. Pop. Okay. So here I'm taking a list: apple, banana, cherry, and pop one. One is the index from which index position, which element you need to pop. So banana. Banana is presented for first index position. Okay. So it will be taken out, and apple and cherry is the result. Pop zero. It will pick apple, and the result is banana and the cherry. Okay, and if you are going to simply use pop, let me take the same example, and no need to give any indexing, just I'm simply using pop. So here I did give the index 1 to 0. If I'm going to simply give pop, if I run this code, last element will be popped. So in a general, with the help of pop, last element is removed. However, If you give index according to your choice, then it will going to pop you the index position elements. But in general, pop, just remove the last element. And remove method, you need to give the element, what element you need to remove from the list. That is how remove works. Okay. So here is the again I'm just taking a list, use remove 5. Again, sir, what will happen if you are having multiple elements? For example, I'm having 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and I want to remove 5. Which 5 is sir removed, sir? Does all 5 will be removed, or only one 5 will be removed? So the first occurrence of the 5, if I'm going to remove 5, and the first occurrence of the 5, it will be removed. Remaining 5 will stay in the list. They will not be removed. So here is the output: 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and the first 5 is removed. Okay, so this is how it works with the duplicates. Pop, if I would say pop 8, here is the list. Pop 8. Okay, so here is what I'm going to have 8, but I'm talking about the index position. Pop 8. Pop 8 doesn't mean the 8 number. No, I'm talking about the index position. So what is present at the index position 8? This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 is present. Okay, so pop 5. 5 is now removed. This is the last result which I'm getting, 785. This 5 is removed, popped. Okay, pop, I already told you, if you are going to use it in a simple terms, it will going to pop the last element from the list. Okay, now uh, what are, see, I just did some twist, some changes, some experiments from my side. I'm taking a list l equal to 1, a, that is a character, and string, that is a string, and taking 1 plus 2. Sir, you are not declaring directly, sir, you are writing 1 plus 2. What is this, sir? 1 plus 2, but still it will going to print me 3. Okay, so it will calculate what element is this. This is how also this is how you can declare a list. If I would say append 6, so 6 will be appended at the last of this list. Okay, I got it. And then if I say l dot pop, so last element 6 which was appended, that will be popped from the list. And if I would say print l1, so l1 will going to give you a. So these are some basic operations which I taught about, and I used it here in this code. Okay, let's proceed ahead. So you can create an empty list from your side, and then here is what I printed the list. So I got, okay, here is the empty list I got. This is empty list, that is initial blank list. Then what operations I did, I perform list dot append 1. So 1 will be appended to list. Now it comprises of one element, that is 1. Then again I perform append 2, so 2 will be added to the list. Then I perform append 4, so 4 will be added to list. Now list is having 1, 2, 4. 3 elements are present in the list. Now what next I did? Sir, for I in range 1 to 4, append I. What has been done here? What has been done? From range 1 to 4, that means I need to walk 1, 2, and 3. 4 is excluded. And whatever the value of I is, that needs to be appended in the list. So list is currently having 1 2 4, and I told list to append I. What are I are 1 2 3. So now your updated list is 1 2 4 1 2 3. Did you understood how you got the next 1 2 3 elements appended in the list? You got this idea? By using for loop also, I can use append, and I can add the elements to the list. You got this idea? Understood, students? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. um if there is an echo, you can put a comment. All right, so here we appended the elements by using for loop. Next, adding tuples to the list. See, it's not mandatory that you can add only elements to the list. You can add tuples to the list also. So what I did, list dot append 5 6, and 5 6 is a tuple. It's been written in rounded brackets. So I had added tuple also in the list. Okay, and not only, I can append list to list also. Okay, so here I declared one list that is for geeks. Okay, and I appended this list to the original list. Okay, so I did started with the empty list. I appended some values to it. I used for loop. I appended those values. I appended the tuple, and I appended the list also. So final list which you are getting, here is the result. And if you have, if you want, sir, kindly append sir set also, if it is possible. If it is possible, let us say set equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, write it set 1, just do like this, set 1, and perform like this, say list dot append and set 1. Okay, and now sir print the list, print and list. Okay, so let me run this code. See, set is also appended. And you can do the experiment. You can use insert also. And insert that will be for some specific location. Okay, so this is how we can append various kinds of elements in the list. Okay, you very well know about this operation, that if I want to declare a list can be declared using rounded brackets. Okay, fine. For tuple also, for set also, same thing has been there. If I want to declare a tuple, that I am going to cover ahead, but list can be declared by using list method, by rounded bracket, double rounded brackets. Tuple can also be declared by taking double rounded brackets and the elements. Okay, and set can also be declared by using double rounded and writing the elements. Okay, because these are the constructor, or these are the functions, member functions of the class list, for class tuple, and for class set. All these data types are classes in the Python. Okay, so for every class I can call their functions. Okay, so this is how you can declare now. All right, so float element appending, and I hope we have already covered this example above by taking an empty list and int input entering a value. So I entered and appended a value a here. So I'm asking here in this case from the user end, give me the value and I will append into the list. So I took a integer value and I appended into the list. Then I ask from the user to give me a float value, float input. So I am appending the float value. Then next I simply ask from the user to give me a value which is in a string format. So I also appended that particular value. Okay, and then I gave a tuple 1 2 3 4. I appended the tuple also into the list. Then I gave I gave an empty list. This is an empty list to you. And then I applied a for loop. For I in range 10 to 20, u dot append I. U dot append I. That means I'm going to append from 10 to 19. From 10 to 19, all the values. And whatever these values are, finally I'm going to append it to the U, to the L. And here is the result which I'm getting. Here is the result. Okay, so whatever the experiment you want to do from your side, whatever the logic you are, anything come in your mind, you can apply here and you can get the results. Okay, so I already told that set can also be appended to the list. So we have checked this example. Now, what about the dictionary? What about the dictionary? If I need to append dictionary, yes, appending dictionary is also been possible. Here I have declared a dictionary with a key as one, key as a, and the value as one. So a is key, one is value, b is key, two is value. So dictionary always comes in a key value pair. Okay, so here I create a dictionary. Here also there are the curly braces in as just like of sets, but the only thing is key value pair. Okay, so yes, I appended dictionary on also in my list. So here is what I got the result. It's appended. So you can append number, float, string, boolean, tuple, list to list also, and set also, and dictionary also. Anything you can append, you can create a list of. Okay, so fine. Here again, I created a list and printed this list. This is your initial list 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I want to perform the insertion, insert 312. That means at the third index position, insert 12. So, what is the third index position? 0, 1, 2, 3. Third index position, 12 will be inserted. Okay, and insert 0. At 0th index position, I need to insert Python, and then I'm going to print the list. So, at the third index position, 12 is printed, and at a 0th index position Python is inserted, and here is what you got the result. Okay, we have already seen these operations. Splitting. Now, split. How split method is used with the list. See here, I prepared a string that is hello, how are you doing. Okay, variable x, hello, how are you doing. Okay, and what I wrote y equal to x dot split. That means split everything which has been present in the string, whenever you occur a white space. Okay, so white space is here, here, so it will split how, comma, hello, are you doing. These are the tokens, and the length of these tokens are, okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tokens are there. Length will be 5. Okay, then what next I need to do? Y dot insert, at 0th position I will be inserting a bracket. Okay, and at the 6th index position I'm putting another bracket. So here you can check. Initially initially if you are available with a string, you can split it, and it will form the list of items. It will form the list of items. Okay, so this is another way to create a list. I haven't used any square brackets initially. I haven't used any list method, nothing. Just I am available with a string. I splitted the elements of the string, and what happened? I printed it. I got, yeah, it's a list. And I check the length of this list, 5. 5 elements are there. Then I insert it from my end. Okay, just insert the bracket and this bracket and all this stuff. So you can insert this stuff also, and this is also a list. You can insert anything, whether square brackets or rounded brackets, whatever written in the quotation, whatever been written in the quotation, you can put there in the list, and you will get the result. Here it is. All right, now, uh, what this code is going to tell us. I created a variable that is text underscore new equal to quotation. Okay, now, for I in y, text underscore new equal to text underscore new plus quotation plus I. What it's doing? What it's doing for I in y. Okay, and what is y? What is y? What is y? Here it is. Here is your y. Okay, or I should take something else. Here, what the code is going to tell you: text new equal to empty space. Names means just a white space. Okay, and then you are applying a for loop for I in y. Text new equal to text new plus white space plus I. Okay, so in y, you are what are the elements which are present in y? You are taking one by one, and you are adding to it. You are adding to it. Okay, and then you are printing your text underscore new. So if I would say here, y equal to, just prepare a list, um hello, Okay, and then or I think if I don't prepare a list, I would say y equal to, just say hello, how are you? Okay, and let me execute this code, and let me execute this code. Now, what happened here? Text new equal to white space. This is what I have given. A declared a variable that is a string variable. Then I applied a for loop for I in y. For I in y, that means it's gonna take me every element which has been present in the string. Okay, so it will take hello. It will be placed here. Okay, then text news initially what? Empty. It's an null space, nothing, empty. So empty plus hello, empty plus hello comma. This is what been present here. Empty plus empty. So the result is what? Hello comma. Now text news updated. Its value is now hello comma. Again, my loop will work. It will take how? Okay. So again, hello comma plus space how. So hello comma plus space how. If you want to check, it's better to print everything. What are the result I am getting here? The one by one. Okay, here you can print. Okay, this is something interesting happened. Please check. Something interesting happened. What happened? Every character it has been taking, not the word. Character by character it has been taking. Okay, so with the for loop, you need to look out for the characters, not for the words. That is why I thought it's better to print initial steps, what's happened in the for loop. So it's going to take the character h in I and then update text new. So text new is a H. Then it is going to take E. So HE, then L, then L, then O. One by one, it is taking the characters. Okay, and then updating the value. And then there is an updations happen. Okay, and finally, I'm going to get the text new. So if you are having a string, you have declared a string here, and you applied a for loop there for I in Y. Text new equal to text new, that is again a white space plus white space. So it's not been hurting anything. White space or space plus space is space, but if you're adding something to it, it's going to give you a character. So there is no space. It's not at all give you a change in the output. It is as same as it was previously, but only the one thing happened. Here I am going one by one character by one character, and adding to it. So first I took H, then HE, and then E will come, then L will come, then L will come, then O will come, then comma will come. Okay, and it will going to add in the previous characters. So initially my character was H, then E is added to it, then L is added to it, and so on. This is what happened. This is what happened. This was your final outcome at this particular stage, and finally we have printed this thing. Hello, how are you? The final result we have printed. Okay, so this is one of the example which came here to be discussed. Now now uh, what is the possibility if we get to know here that how to operate with the for loops and if and all this stuff. Okay, we'll see ahead also. But if you have been asked to calculate the sum of first 10 numbers, the question is the question is find the find the sum of first 10 numbers. This is what you need to do. Okay, what is the logic behind this? How to calculate the sum of first 10 numbers? What could be the logic to find the sum? That means I need to perform 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. This is what I need to do. What could be the logic to find the sum of first 10 numbers starting from 1? See, here what happens is, in order to find the sum, you need to initially assign the value of sum to 0. You need to initially assign the value of sum to 0. And we need to update the sum as we did above here. We did assign text new something white spaces, and we updated this text new with something. We applied a for loop here. Similar case, similar thing is been going to happen here also if you need to find the sum. So sum equal to 0. Then what I did, for I in range 0 to 11. Why I took 0 to 11? Why I took 0 to 11? Because the reason is not 0. Let us take from 1. 1 to 11. I took 11 because last value is ignored. The last value is ignored. So I need to take from 1 to 11. Minus 1. Okay. Minus 1. Where I should take minus 1? Ramya, where should I take minus 1? You told minus 1. Where should I take, Ramya? Can you please tell me? Where should I take minus 1? You commented. See, I took 1 to 11 because I need to calculate the sum of first 10 numbers. So 11 is excluded. So I will going to get started with 1 and so on till 10. Okay, and the logic what I thought here is sum equal to sum plus I. Okay, and if you want to print here one by one sum, you can. Sum and finally, and final result also you can print. Print sum. This is all, what also you can do. So if I run this code, 1, okay, this is I. Okay, so 1, initially the sum is 0, the value of I is 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1, so sum is 1 initially. Then value of I is updated. Now the value of I will be 2, so 2 plus 1, the result is 3. Then again the value of I is updated. Now the value of I is 2, value of I is 3, so 3 plus 3, the result is 6. Now the value of I is 4, so 6 plus 4, 10. Then 10 plus 5, 15. Then 15 plus 6, 21, and so on. Finally, you are going to get the result as 55. Now, can you explain me? You told minus 1. Where should I put minus 1? N minus 1. Yeah, okay. N minus 1. Yeah. Okay. That is the last, just the last limit I need to reduce. That will not be considered. That is why I'm going to take here as 11. First 10 numbers. Here the same thing did. First sum of first 5 numbers. Same code. Okay. Now, if I need to remove the elements from the list, okay, for that purpose I am taking, again a loop, but not only some single element. I need to remove bulk of elements from the list. See, this is my list, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 up to 12. Up 12 elements I'm available in the list. Okay, and I need to remove first 4 elements from the list. So what I did, for I in range 1 to 5, list dot remove I. List dot remove I. However, the element 1, 2, 3, and 4, they are present. Okay, so they are removed. Okay, so the result which I am getting is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is what I'm getting. Now, if I do copy this code and paste it to the next cell, and if I want to remove those elements which are not present in the list. For example, I am having from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is what I'm available with. And if I need to remove I, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what I need to remove. Okay, you got an error. Fine. List remove. X is not in the list. Only the element which is present in the list that will be removed. Now there is one more case. Sir, can you incorporate 1, 2, 3, 4 anywhere in the list? Now will they remove it? Yes. So it's not mandatory that they will be the first elements. They can present anywhere they can be present. It will search in the list. It will search in the list and it will just remove anywhere it can be present. Okay, so this is how we can use the remove with the for loop along with the list. Now what will pop do? Pop, again, I need to apply it with the for loop. See, list 1, again you are having elements 7 elements are there in the list. This is the length of the list, that means you are available with the 7 elements. Okay, and what you are going to perform, for I in range 0 to 7, I in range 0 to 7, that means from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, list 1 dot pop, so it's going to pop one by one each and every element. List 1 dot pop. See, I am using pop. I'm using pop. So it will going to pick the element from the last index positions, because I haven't mentioned here what the index is. If I'm going to use simple pop, so in general I told it will going to work from the last. Any doubt? Okay, so the pop will going to work from where you're giving the range 0 to 7, that means 0 to 6. Here also in list you are having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 index positions. Okay, so according to the index positions it's going to pop the elements. Okay, so after each and every element has been popped from the list, you are getting the result as an empty list. In case if I would have given here 6, the result would have been different. 1 has been present. Now what does this mean? 1 has been present. 1 has been present. See, the complete scenario has been changed. It doesn't mean that you are giving, sir, 0. You are starting with 0 till 5. That means till this value. But you see that, sir, if you are giving range 0, starting from 0, if I do pop here, pop has been executing. How the pop has been executing? Only the number of times your for loop has been executing. If I do print, use print statement here, print list 1, you will be understanding how it's going to work. For example, let me take here 7 again. Okay, and let me run this code. Here is the length. Now what happened? Pop, one time the pop is executed, 7 will be taken out. Second time the pop is executed, 6 will be taken out. Third time the pop will executed, 5 will be taken out. Then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. And here you got as an empty list. So pop is just picking the last element as many as number of times you are executing it. It depends upon you. This is what happening with the pop operation. So pop picks the last element. Okay, now here you are available with another list. You are performing pop. So if you did one time pop, okay, it will pick 6 out of it. That's it, done. With the help of this pop, it will pick 6. Now you have printed the list. Okay, fine, you got this. And now again, if you are using pop with range 0 to 5, that means 4 times it need to work upon. 0 to 5, that means 0 to 4. Now I think it will be 5 times only. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so every time it will pick the last element from the list. Okay, so you are available with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. Every time if I just want to print it as I did above, print list 2, it will be printing you this. Now 5 will be popped, 4 will be popped, 3 will be popped, 2 will be popped, empty. Okay, this is how the pop operation works. Okay, now next case. If you want to delete, if you see, remove is something different and delete is something different. Okay, remove, that means you are removing the element from the list. This operation can also be done with a delete. Okay, so if I'm going to use delete, there is a list apple, banana, cherry. I'm using del, this list is 0. That means I'm going to delete the first index position element. So apple is deleted. Now you are available with banana and the cherry. Here is output, banana and cherry. Delete. And if I'm going to use delete this list, it will delete the complete list. Okay, so del will delete you the complete list, and if you try to print the deleted list, obviously it will give you error. This list does not exist, it's not defined. So del can delete you every element, but you need to give the index position, and if you simply give del with the list, it will going to delete the complete list. Okay, and remove will also do the same operation. Remove will also remove the elements from the list. Okay, now if I want to keep the list, I don't want to delete the list, I want to keep it, but I want to remove its elements. I want to clean the list, clear the list. That means no element should be present in the list. For that operation, I'm going to use a method clear. So this list, here is the list, and I'm going to use clear. Clear will gonna remove all the elements which are present in the list. Okay, this is an empty. The list still exists. It is not deleted, but the point is it's now empty. With the help of delete, it's over. But with the help of clear, only elements are cleared, but list exists. Okay, so here is an empty list after clearance. Okay, for loop we have already seen, and it's quite simple to use a loop over a list. That means if I going to have a list and if I apply for loop, it will print you one by one. It's gonna print you like this only: apple, then banana, then cherry, one by one, if you're going to apply a loop over a list. Okay, and there is another way also to print the elements which are present in the list. Okay, this is called as if you want to access the elements which are present in the list, this is how you can print one by one, or you can access by index positions also. So here in this case, here I use for x in this list. This means x represent each and every element which is present in the list. Apple, banana, cherry, every element has been represented by x one by one. If I do use for I in range length this list, what does this mean? Length of the list, see, length of the list is, what is the length? 3. And I'm using range length of 3, so it will be 0 1 2. It will be 0 1 2, and 0 1 2 will be placed one by one here in place of I. So if you are going to use range and the length, then you need to put the index to print the elements in the list. But if you are not using range and the length, this is how you can simply print the elements which are present in the list. Simple. Okay, but this here you need to give the indexing if you are using range and the length. Okay, next. Uh, with the while loop, let us have some example related to the while. I have prepared a list. I assigned I equal to 0. With while, you need to assign a variable prior. With for, it's not required. But while you need to. So I did I equal to 0. While I is length of the list, because I am here accessing the elements using while loop. Previously, I accessed the element of the list using for loop. Now I am accessing the elements using while loop. Okay, so while I is less than equal to 0, for I less than length of the list. What is the length of the list? The length of the list is 3. So 0 is less than 3. Okay, here print this list I. That means whatever be the value of I, that will be the index position, print that particular element. So I am printing apple, then value of I is updated. Now the value of I will become 1. 1 is less than 3. Okay, again, print the value which is present at 1th index location. Okay, sir, banana. Again, the value of I is updated 2. So this list 2, cherry will be printed. Now value updated I, it will be 3 now, and 3 is not less than 3. Condition fail. Exit from the loop. Okay, it will only work till the condition is true, else it will be exit from the loop. Okay, so this is how with the while loop also you can print the elements of the list. All right. This is how simply a while loop works. If I'm going to assign the value first, then I is less than 10, then print I, then I equal to I plus 1, it's going to give you the results from 0 to 9. Okay, so you have already told me, sir, there are while loop and for loop in the Python. Okay, and we did know about the do while also, but do while is not been used here in case of Python. It's been used in your C programming, but not in Python. Do while. Okay. So for and while has been used, and this is how we have printed the value. Okay. Now, again, if I need to perform the operation which I did above, and in the way that everything should come under a single line, one line. Okay, because here I wrote for I in range length and this thing, and then I printed the list I, and here also in 2 to 3 lines my operations are been going on. If I need to optimize, if I need to reduce the code lines, for that purpose list comprehension has been used to reduce the code lines. List comprehension. How? See, this is a list with apple, banana, cherry. And what I did, print x for x in this list under square brackets. Previously, what I used to do, for x in this list, then a colon, then print x. This is what I'm going. But here in a one line itself, I'm going to print the elements which are present in the list. Okay. So how this thing is going to work? How this has been working? In single line itself, you can organize the code in such a way. Okay. So first the print will become print x, then for x in the list. Whatever be the element are which are coming using for loop, okay, it will be printed one by one. Print x. Okay, so here you can see the output. Same, it's been coming apple, banana, cherry. It's been coming same. Okay, but this has been done with the help of list comprehension. If I do use previously, I put a square brackets. I tried some experiment and I performed this by using curly braces. Same statement I wrote. Print x for x in this list within curly braces. I got the same result. Apple, banana, apple, and cherry. But the point is, previously I was preparing a list. This was anything written in the square bracket is been behaving like a list. Okay, so it's been behaving like a list. So order didn't change. First was apple, next was banana, third was cherry. Order was all same. But in case of, if I do write like this in a curly braces, so it is behaving like a set, and in set there is no ordering. So you can see the output coming banana, apple, and cherry. This is how output is coming. So order changed. In case of sets, there is no order. Okay, so this is what happened. All right. Some few more basic codes. List comprehension we will study ahead with some much more good examples. Okay, just to be simple, it came here for as an example. So I explained, but we will study list comprehension ahead. Um, to print the square of odd numbers which are present in 1 to 10, odd numbers which are present in a list. Print the square of them. So already I'm available with the odd numbers list, 1 3 5 7 9. I'm already available. So what I need to do for x in list, print x into x. Just simple, print x into x. This is what I'm available with. I am printed 1 9 25 49 81. Simple, just apply for loop and use x into x. That's it. If I need to do with the comprehension, if I need to do with the comprehension in one line itself, what should be the output? Print x into x for x in list. I prepared a list, and in one line itself for x in list, and then just print x into x. That's it. I got all the results: 1 9 25 49 and 81. Okay, proceed ahead. If I need to, if I need to check that whether a number is even or odd, and for odd only, print the squares. For odd only, print the squares. So here is the code. For x in range 1 to 11, that means I'm having the values from 1 till 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. If x percentage 2, that means x remainder 2 is not equal to 0. If the remainder, if you are going to divide the number with 2 and the remainder is not 0, that means it is an odd number, then print x into x. For odd numbers, we need to print x into x only after this condition. So 1 into 1, 3 into 3, 5 into 5, all these they have been printed. Okay, and how I can perform this operation using comprehension, list comprehension? See, print x into x for x in range 1 to 11 if x percentage 2 is not equal to 0. This is how I can perform the operation using list comprehension. Okay, so this has been possible. All right, and if I want to take the different set of code in which I'm going to take a list again from 1 to 10 elements, and now here, if the remainder, that means if I'm going to divide a number by 2 and getting the remainder as 1, that means again it is odd. So this has also been a possibility. Okay, this has also been a possibility. By this thing also been a possibility, that means remainder of a number divided by 2 not equal to 0, or I would say the remainder is equal to 1. Both are the same thing. Okay, to print the odd number squares. Okay, and this has been done with the help of a list comprehension. Okay, and what does list comprehension is going to do? It is going to reduce you the code. Okay, and how to reduce the code? See, previously it took me 3 steps to perform the for operation. Here in case of list comprehension, I'm going to do it with the single line. Okay, and how we are going to do in a single line? First I need to put the print statement, then I'm applied the for loop followed by the condition. This is how I'm going to perform the operation for the list comprehension. Okay, okay, this is what has been done. Then the next case is the last code which I'm going to discuss here. Here what I did, an empty list has been created, that is odd square. Empty list has been created. Again I perform the same thing. Again I perform the same thing for x in range 1 to 11. That means I'm going to take elements from 1 to 10. I'm going to find the remainder of it. That means if the remainder, if I do divide the number by 2, the remainder is 1, that means it is an odd number. And I'm going to append x to the power 2. That means the square of the numbers. X to the power 2, square of the numbers. Okay, so then print it. Print odd square. That means append. I'm using append. Whatever be the square of the odd numbers are going to append in this particular list. Okay, so it will be 1 9 and so on. 1 9 25 49 and so on. Here what I did, in the above case, again square was calculated previously. Here the number is been multiplied by itself, that is again it's a square thing. Okay, fine. So this is what we no did some basic codes related to the list comprehension. We have also seen the operations which are being performed on the list. That means we are having different methods, because list is something, it is open to all. Okay, so list, because it is changeable, it is indexed, you can have duplicates. So because there is a flexibility present in the list, on the basis of flexibility, obviously there are many methods to be performed over the list. Okay, fine. So that's all for today's